I know you want me, you know I want ya. I know you want me, you know I want ya. I know you want me, you know I want ya. I know you want me, you know I want ya. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3.
Get up. That's right. Stand up. Clap your hands, man. Like, I make you wanna dance. I make you wanna move. I just do sonia. I can put you in the mood.
Hello everyone, welcome to Rachna. Welcome to Rachna's Fitness Show. I'm your host Rachna. This show is all about getting you off the couch and getting you working out. हमारा studio का number है 408-912-5565. Again 408-912-5565. Again आप सुन रहे हैं रचना को Rachna's Fitness Show पे. And I do come here every Wednesday between 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. We do take your live calls. If you have a question about your exercise, your weight loss, your weight gain, your strength gain, or something that you've been struggling in terms of fitness, आप हमें definitely call कर सकते हैं. The number, of course, studio का right now to give us a call is 408-912-5565. 408-912-5565. Information about me: I'm a fitness expert. I have my own center called Rachna's Wellness that was started about more than 11, 12 years ago here locally in the Bay Area. Of course, we've expanded. But again, if you're interested in a complete weight loss programs, you're definitely welcome to give us a call. You're definitely welcome to visit our website to get information about some of the programs. The website is rachnaradio.com, RACHNA, rachnaradio.com. You can always connect with us through our Facebook page. Facebook पे आप find कर सकते हैं Rachna Radio, RACHNA, Rachna Radio. And that's another way to get in touch with us. Or just give me a call. I'll be happy to give you set up a time so you can come in so we can sit and talk. We can always talk over the phone. I'll give you some detail, about some of the programs that are starting soon. But उससे पहले आप अपना number लिख सकते हैं. हमारा number है to get in touch with me is 408-320-8111. Again, 408-320-8111. We do have a complete one of my batches. I'm trying to look at the dates here, just so that you guys know. There's a July 9th batch starting on 9th of July, which is right after the July 4th weekend, the weekend after the July 4th weekend, July 9th. It is going to be a complete weight loss program, of course, for men and women, called Just Abs, and it starts on July 9th. And if you're interested, of course, this is a good time to give us a call to get registered. So you are all excited about starting something new. If you are willing to start sooner, which is you don't want to wait until July 9th, definitely there are some batches that you could be enrolled in sooner also. Give me a call. Information about some of our programs, or the basic information of all of our programs, is, of course, so that I know what are your goals. And so what I'll do is I'll sit down with you, or we'll talk, whatever it takes, to see exactly what you're looking to achieve, what your goals are, and also what kind of motivation you have, because every person comes from different backgrounds. Some people just need a structure and they'll follow through. And a lot of people might have the structure, they followed through, they've done everything, but they've just plateaued just because either they're doing something wrong or something needs to be figured out. Maybe something is not working out for them, whatever that reason is. So every person has a different perspective of what they're looking to achieve in life in terms of fitness. If whatever that is, we'll figure it out and then we'll jot it down and we'll get to it no matter what. And I definitely like to add no matter what, because I've never had a failed story at my center. So if you are looking to make your own success story and come to Rachna's Wellness, I'll be happy to, whatever it takes to get you to your weight loss goals. The number to get in touch with us about any of our complete weight loss programs is 408-320-8111, 408-320-8111. So again, we're going to sit down. We're going to see exactly what your goals are. I'm going to start with checking your weight, taking a bunch of measurements. It's going to be just you and me. So, and also wanted to mention all of my programs are led by me, myself. So anytime you come in, you're of course going to be seeing me directly. And so again, these are a lot of programs at different times. That mostly all of my batches are 3-month batches where we're going to keep doing the measurements and to see exactly what change is happening in the body every single month, every single week. So every week, I know how much weight you're losing, how many inches you're losing. And then from there on, we will design a complete structure of the program, which is going to be a combination of complete personalized Desi meal plans, also following exercise sessions. Now, exercise sessions could be either attended on site, or you can attend all of the exercise sessions remotely, or you can also do personalized sessions remotely. So if you are looking for personalized sessions, but you want to attend them remotely, or you attend group sessions remotely, or you want to attend coaching sessions remotely, or you want to come down. So every option is possible. Of course, if you're attending remotely, you just need a phone, computer, tablet, whatever that you have, and you can actually log in and attend any session that is going to be taught to you without having to drive down. So all I can say is that there shouldn't be any reason stopping you from not being able to get to your goals. So let's say you have a little one at home that you don't know how to leave him or her, or you just don't drive, or you just don't have the time to drive too far because you're busy at work. Whatever that reason is, there's always a solution. Like I said, all of my programs can be done absolutely remotely from wherever that you live. So give me a call. I'll be happy to get you registered, talk to you, and then of course get you registered to see exactly what the best program would be for you. So again, finally, rachnaradio.com is a website, RACHNA, rachnaradio.com, or the phone number to get in touch with me is 408-320-8111. Again, 408-320-8111. Again, one of the complete weight loss programs called Just Abs is starting on July 9th after the July 4th weekend. So, okay, studio number 408-912-5565. Again, 408-912-5565. Something which I think we all kind of either we've been through it or we've seen people around us is people always mentioning that I'm just tired or I'm just burned out. And so I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about this, and I know a lot of people understand that we have to have a balance in life, but I definitely wanted to put it down in words. So it's in fact coming from one of the nice books. But typically we're going to talk about it as how to recover. How to recover. I think we're all going to, everyone has phases where we burn out. We just feel tired and we think, oh my gosh, we're done. I can't take this anymore. I can't do this anymore. And then, of course, we're going to end up doing it again the next day because we don't have a solution of just saying not doing it. We just have to do it. So how to recover from burnout by rebalancing your life is what I wanted to talk about. First of all, let's talk about what are the symptoms of burnout. सबसे पहले हम बात करें कि what are the symptoms of burnout? How do how do we all say that we are just burned out? Okay. Either it's emotional exhaustion, emotionally you're just drained, or you're just physically drained, or you just have loss of perception. You just can't, you can't think if this is the right thing or the wrong thing to do, and you just have, you just kind of lost the feeling of perception, or lack of connection with your work, or with your family, or you have the feelings of, I just feel depressed. Maybe that's one of this. These are basic symptoms of what I'm going to call is, symptoms of burnout. To avoid or recover from burnout, you need to address, and I'm going to describe it as a square. What is a square? Has 4 sides. All the 4 sides are equal. If one of the sides is not equal, it's not going to be a square anymore, or you won't be able to close the edges. So if someone gives you, a pencil and asks you on a sheet of paper to draw a square, as long as only when you make all the 4 lines equal is when the square is going to close. If you don't make the 4 lines equal, the square is not going to close, which means it's going to drain out. Whatever that you try to fill in the square is going to drain out. It's going to bleed. So that means you have to have, and that's what I'm going to perspective. That's what the perspective is. What I'm looking at is 4 different angles of life. They all have to be covered. What are the 4 different, different key segments of your life? First of all is mind, relationships. And I'm going to next one give spirituality or mindfulness. And we'll talk a little bit in more detail, and also physical health. And that's a point that a lot of people remember or forget about it, is because physical health is only done by a lot of people only when they have time for it. How come are you spending time on other things too much that you just keep complaining that I don't have time? Maybe that's whole the problem is. If you're not going to be physically healthy, you're not going to be able to make that square. If you're not going to be able to make that square, you're never going to be healthy. You're never going to have time for anything. You're not going to be balanced in life. Okay. So burnout is becoming a more common problem for a lot of people pretty much all around the world. How can you avoid it? Or how to recover from it if you already, have hit? First of all, like I said, the first thing is to recognize burnout. And we talked about that. Symptoms of burnout: emotional exhaustion, physical exhaustion, loss of perspective, maybe feeling depressed, not being able to connect to your work, or not being able to connect to your people, people, friends, and family around you. You just don't feel the connection. So, a book, the title of the book is called I Dare You, and it's written by William Danforth. What Danforth emphasizes that balance is the most important thing to attain to live life as a whole person. To attain balance, you have to really take into consideration what are your priorities, what you do, speak, and interact on or with on a daily basis. Balance requires you to prioritize the social side of your family, social side, which is the family, the first part, the spiritual side, okay, the physical side, and of course, the last one is what you do on a daily basis. All these segments have to be balanced. It's like a square with 4 equal sides. So I'm going to reiterate. So you have, and if I put it this way, I think all of us, we don't have one life. We have all 4 lives to live. And these 4 entities make up the sides of a square. We all have different ways, if I put it that way, maybe different, the way we live life, let's say at work or with family or spiritually, okay, or are emotionally, mentally when we're all by ourselves. So we all have 4 different lives to live. So physical life, spiritual life, work life, and relationship life. So when you will analyze how much time you spend, and that's what I wanted to get at. So if you spend any of these 4 segments, physical life, spiritual life, work life, and relationships. So when you analyze how much time you spend on each of these, you realize the problem. And that's what the whole problem is. A lot of the people don't spend equal time on all of these 4 segments. And especially when that comes to work for a lot of people. For example, like I said, if there was either no family time for you, no time that you can spend on mindfulness or spirituality, whatever that you want to call it, and physical, which is your fitness, because you're just consumed by work. You're just busy at work all the time. You're not going to have a balance in your life, if I would put it that simple. Just as simple as that. Only when you begin to exercise, which is physical strength or the physical part of the body, thing, you will get healthy enough to begin the rebalance of your life. Pretty soon, your neurotransmitters will be in balance. So all I can say is that if you're struggling with all the 3 segments, you don't have time, you're not spending time with your family, you're spiritually or mindfulness, time that you're spending with your body is not there, and you keep complaining that I'm not going to have time or I don't have time to exercise, you're not going to be a balanced person. Only when you add every element equally, and I'm going to stress, of course, since we're talking about physical strength here, being a fit person, being a healthy person, only when you start putting time into being physically strong, a healthy person, you are going to start to lose weight. It is just going to happen. It is just going to start to happen. So you cannot sit and complain, I'm not losing weight, because you are not balancing your life. Indeed, research clearly shows that exercise is one of the most effective ways to reverse the symptoms of depression. The great news is that you don't even need an enormous time or amount of exercise to get and stay healthy. You really don't need. You just need to spend maybe good 30, 40 minutes on a good high intensity exercise, and that is what I do in all of my sessions, and get the best of every single minute out of of the exercise that you're doing, and you're going to be a nice and healthy person. So keeping the 4 sides of the square, again, let me give you, I know we're talking a lot about different aspect today, but I definitely something important, which is important, like I said. But let me give you studio ka number if you have a question. In general, we are still taking calls about exercise, nutrition, physical strength, health, weight loss, eating habits. आप कॉल कर सकते हैं 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. You are listening to Rachna and Rachna's Fitness Show. I do come every Wednesday between 12 to 1. We do take your live calls. I'm the owner of Rachna's Wellness, which was started more than about 10, 11 years ago here. And if you're interested in a complete weight loss program, we have many different weight loss programs. Just to name a few, we have different levels of abs program, like just abs, level 1, level 2. Then we also have ultra fat burner. Then we also have post-pregnancy weight loss programs. And we also have prenatal programs for women who are pregnant, and of course you want to have a healthy pregnancy, not gain a lot of weight, but just in general have a healthy pregnancy. And then we also have complete weight loss programs, and we also have programs for teenager kids. So whatever your goals are, you're definitely welcome to give me a call. I'll be happy to see exactly what your goals are, what your schedule is, what you're looking to achieve, how often can I see you, or will you be attending a program remotely. Whatever that thing is, we will create, or I will personally create a program around it for you, so you get to your goals. So again, to get registered or just to set up an appointment to talk to me over the phone or come visit me, give me a call, 408-320-8111. Again, 408-320-8111. Okay, so wanted to talk about, like I said, I was talking about the four sides, so keeping the four sides of the square in balance is a key. The most important aspects of this is, of course, a mindful awareness of all the four sides and the ability to handle adversity and stress. I mean, let's put it this way. We all know that we can't avoid stress in the world. Bad relationships are going to happen. Divorce, it happens for some people. Stressful jobs, yes, it happens for a lot of the people. Health concerns and all that stuff, just to name, these are stress factors. So that means, saying that I'm not going to, we're not going to have stress around us. Yes, we're going to have stress around us because these things are stressful. So we cannot run away from them. This is going to happen. 40% of the people now report difficulty with job-related stress, 40%. A Mayo Clinic study recently said that 50% of the doctors even, so we're talking about doctors here. So there was a Mayo Clinic study recently said that 50% of doctors have reported burnout symptoms. So there's physical and emotional exhaustion from being overworked, overwhelmed, and overcommitted. So if that can happen to doctors, yes, it can happen to everyone. What happens with uncontrolled stress is that you get elevated cortisol levels in your blood. What does excess cortisol do to the brain? Okay, so when you stress out, आपकी body excess बनाती है, which is called cortisol. अब जो excess cortisol आपकी body बनाती है, what does that do to the brain? It kills brain cells, especially those that code for memory. That is what is happening to a lot of people. Stress also leads to incredible, or a really bad depression. Most doctors think depression is treatable with antidepressants. And I'm going to vote in some or many of the cases, maybe not. You're just suppressing it. Yes, it is a condition, but just putting a person on antidepressant the very first time you see a person going through ups and downs in life and putting them on antidepressant, I've been strongly against this for years and years and years now. And I've had this happen to I've seen a lot of this happening to a lot of younger kids. They put on antidepressant just because the kid wasn't paying attention to something. I mean, did you consider there could be a lot of other factors? Yes, antidepressant is going to make the person feel better just because it's suppressing the feeling. It's just making you feel super high or happy or whatever. It's not curing any problem. The issue is still there. So I have no doubt that physical activity is the most effective antidepressant. It is the most effective antidepressant. Exercise stimulates the production of neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin and all that stuff, and which are all reduced during depression. जब आपको depression होता है तो आपकी body में dopamine कम हो जाता है, serotonin कम हो जाता है. These are all things that are required for you to feel happy. Exercise करने से ये body आपकी सारी secrete करती है. Okay, so it cancels out the cortisol so even if you're stressed out, exercise is going to cancel that stress out. So like I said, so again, I wanted to reiterate. So yes, stress is going to happen. When stress happens, the body creates cortisol. But when you exercise, your body further creates, which is called dopamine and serotonin. These two, mainly, what they do is they cancel out the cortisol that was happened or created because you were stressing out earlier in the day. The point is that we cannot escape adversity or stress. We just can't. But we can balance. So now let's go and talk about how do you recover or prevent yourself from burning out. Okay, there is sound evidence that the best ways are through, of course, exercise, a healthy diet that optimizes the mitochondrial function and limits inflammation, mindfulness, and stress reduction. So, I don't know how many languages I know or how much I could stress, but you need to exercise. You need to keep yourself physically fit. It is not an option. It is a necessity. It is a necessity, or you're going to go look older sooner. You're going to feel older sooner. You're going to be drained out because Remember the square जब हमने drop पे मैं आपको explain किया था आप square बना रहे हो, so you're trying to draw a square with 4 equal sides, and if one of the sides is not equal, and that could happen if you're spending too much time, let's say on work, whatever the point is at, as long as the four edge sides are not equal, you're not going to be able to close the square. That means there's going to be little area left. That means whatever you're trying to fit in the square, saying money, happiness, और बच्चे खुश नहीं है, फैमिली खुश नहीं है, वाइफ खुश नहीं है, हस्बैंड खुश नहीं है, पेट ज़्यादा हो रहा है, पेट बढ़ी जा रहा है, वेट बढ़ी जा रहा है, whatever it is, inches बढ़ी जा रहे हैं, कपड़े फिट नहीं आ रहे, you're bleeding everything out of that open edge because you did not close the square. So you need to exercise. I cannot stress this enough. It is absolutely a necessity for all those people listening out to me. There's absolutely no reason you did not exercise today. There's absolutely no reason you did not exercise yesterday. What was the reason? I would love to hear from you. Give me a call. क्या reason है कि आपने पिछले एक हफ्ते में, let's say I'm going to say 1 week, you had absolutely no time to exercise? Seriously? You didn't have 40 minutes and an hour or an hour and a half to spend the whole week on exercise in the last full week? Give me a reason why. And a lot of these people sometimes have a lot more time than they complain. So don't complain. Just get on it. Get on the bandwagon. Get fit. Get healthy. It is such a high feeling, when you start exercising. You have to feel it yourself. So you need to exercise. You need a degree of meditation and spirituality. So that's another element. You need to exercise. You need to do, which was the segment which we talked about, is spirituality. You want to call it meditation, you want to call it mindfulness, you want to call it, that's what spirituality and meditation do. They kind of make you mindful. A lot of the thoughts get lesser when you're meditating. And that is what meditation means. Meditation doesn't mean don't think. That's a wrong way a lot of people meditation into. Okay? Meditation का मतलब होता है लोग सोचते हैं कि फ्लेम के सामने बैठ जाओ और कुछ मत सोचो. ऐसा नहीं होगा. ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता. So the way you meditate is you look at something. Let's say you want to focus on anything you want to look at. Let's pick up a candle flame or whatever, even a piece on the floor, whatever you want to look at, a piece on the ceiling or a spot on the ceiling. But meditation means let the thoughts come. Let them come. They'll fade out on their own. You're not forcing yourself to not think. You're not forcing yourself to think in one direction. You're just letting it happen. And soon enough, when you start meditating and you start focusing on one thing, the thoughts will start to fade out. And this is when you start to become mindful. You start to become more focused. So that's another second element. So we talked about exercise. And the second part is you have to have a mindful feeling. Meditation, spirituality. Okay? And another important point is that, of course, health-wise, you need to avoid environmental toxins. Okay? So if you look at people who live in, to be sanitarians, which are more than hundreds, more than any place, where are they? A lot of them live on, places that don't have toxins in the polluted air. That's, again, I know that's not possible for a lot of us, so no worth talking, but I just wanted to mention that. They all have a common, in common is a healthy diet and a lot of physical work. A lot of physical work, very important. Physically, that means use your muscles. Physically का मतलब ये नहीं सुबह उठ के जाओ 4 बजे जॉब शुरू करो 6 बजे शाम को वापस आओ फिर बच्चों को लेके जाओ whatever. That's not physical work. Physical work is using your muscles, getting your body physically tight. That is what physical strength means. That is what exercise means. Just doing the basic chores or picking up your kids or dropping your kids or taking them to classes is not called exercise. It is definitely not called exercise. Okay. So again, we're talking about good, healthy people. They all control stress with usually a very strong family unit. So family is important too. So if you're not able to find time for your family just because you've been working too much, or you just practice, let's say, meditation too much, you're 6 hours meditating a day and you don't have time to your family, again, that's not fair. You're not closing that square. So anything that's more than what you should be spending on, you're not going to be able to close the square of balance that we're talking about. All the 4 sides have to be equal. You're not going to be balanced in life. Okay. So you have to get out of yourself. It's not about me all the time. It's about, maybe thinking out just around. But if you keep thinking, मुझे ऐसा करना है, मेरे पास time नहीं है, मैं बहुत busy हूँ, मुझे बच्चे drop करने हैं, I mean, forget it. Yes, you're doing it, but why do you always have to add the word me to it? So focus on balancing your life. So maybe you want to write down things. So like I say, अगर आप जॉब पे बहुत टाइम स्पेंड कर रहे हैं और आपका अपनी फैमिली के लिए टाइम नहीं है, यू नो एंड देन यू कंप्लेन क्योंकि वेट बढ़ रहा है, वो तो बढ़ेगा. एक तो स्ट्रेस हो रहा है आपको, आप अपने लाइफ को बैलेंस नहीं कर रहे हैं, स्क्वायर नहीं बना रहे हैं. लाइक वी टॉक्ड अबाउट, you're always going to be having issues. Okay. Last segment we wanted to talk was avoid toxins. So in addition, like I said, we talked about all these things. How do you balance the life? But in addition to all these approaches to address burnout, so the reason we started this topic is how do we address burnout? When people say I'm burned out, I'm tired, I mean, you're just spending more time on something that you should be spending on something else to make that square. Okay. But in addition to all these approaches to address burnout, I must also address the need to avoid toxins. This is, of course, excess alcohol, and I'm going to pick, let's say contaminated water. Make sure your water is nice and clean that you're drinking. Air pollution. Sometimes you can't control that. But of course, you can control pollution through food pesticides. So one of the most dangerous toxins out there for people. And that's something, again, like I said, I know we can't control it. Cell phones are all around us. But again, be mindful. Okay, be a little careful. There's just too much of microwave radiation from cell phones, towers, and Wi-Fi routers. All I can say is that maybe try to switch off your Wi-Fi routers at night before you sleep. Like I said, while it's going to be, of course, virtually impossible to eliminate these things at this point, we just can't. It's not even possible. It's important to use them wisely and to guard against excessive exposure. The primary concern with cell phone use is that the real danger, if I put it this way, that lies in the damage of the reactive nitrogen species. So आपकी body में जो ये जब microwaves आती हैं, they generate in your body, which is called peroxynitrite, that cell phone exposure, and it actually damages a lot of cells in your body. It does damage a lot of cells in your body by just these basic microwave radiations. Like I said, we can't really control it, but all I can say is that be on the cell phone, limited time, try to stay away from sleeping in the room where you have a Wi-Fi router set up, and those kind of the basic things. So like I said, there's no work around it. There's no way around it, but you simply have to take precaution, limit unnecessary exposure. So wrapping up this segment. So if you are burned out, overwhelmed, overworked, overcommitted in one direction, you need to get your life back in order. It all boils down to accepting that we are responsible for all of these 4 areas of our lives: our health, our work, our relationships, and our sense of purpose, which is spirituality, either way you want to put it, mindfulness. So when you put everything back, trust me, you're going to feel way more balanced. Weight loss is just going to start happening. You're like, wow, I'm losing weight. You're balanced now. Simple as that. Okay, so that was interesting to talk about. So all I would say, go read the book that I mentioned, I Dare You, and fantastic book. And okay, so studio number again, coming back, हमारा studio number 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. Yes, studio number to get in touch with us right now. Do you have a question about exercise, nutrition, fitness, weight loss, or something that you've noticed about what we just talked about, balancing your life, how you've balanced, how do you create a balance for your family, for yourself? Would love to hear your story. 408-912-5565. Yes, studio का number to get in touch with us right now. Again, आप सुन रहे हैं रचना को Rachna's Fitness Show पे. And we do take your live calls. We talk about exercise, nutrition. I'm the owner of Rachna's Wellness. We offer a lot of different complete weight loss programs, strength gain programs, post-pregnancy weight loss programs, a lot of programs to work on those abs, and I think that's another way, if I put it another way, is that for you to feel happy and balanced in life, you just need to be comfortable with the way you look. It's not, there's nothing wrong about it. Everyone wants to be comfortable with the way you wear clothes. If you're looking to lose a lot of inches from the waistline, feel confident, let the people start complimenting you, and it's a fantastic feeling. It's such a super high when people compliment you. Someone who really cares for you. A lot of people sometimes don't, but sometimes people compliment you about the way you look. You look nice. You've lost weight. What are you doing? Wow, you look thinner. Or your spouse, husband and wife compliment each other just because someone has lost weight. It's an amazing feeling. So if you want to be feeling that way, I'll be happy to work with you. All you have to do is give me a call. I'll get you there. So you start getting that feeling very soon enough that people compliment you. Your clothes are fitting looser on you, and lose weight, of course, lose a lot of inches. Give me a call. I'll be happy to talk to you to see how can we do that? How can we get there? Which program, which course works for you? What is your schedule? When can you come in? Are you going to be coaching from home? That means, am I going to be coaching you either remotely, or you would be coming into the center? Whatever works. Like I said, all the programs can either be done remotely or on site, or a combination. A lot of 3-month courses. We do have a batch of complete 3-month just abs starting on July 9th. If you want to start sooner, we also have a complete weight loss program starting sooner, and also post-pregnancy weight loss program starting sooner. So whatever your goals are, you're welcome to give me a call. I'll be happy to get registered, get you started right away, and create a program for you accordingly. All the programs are going to be a combination of exercise, fitness, nutrition, balancing your life, and whatever it takes so that you are a healthy, fit, and a happy person. So again, to come and talk to me, set up an appointment, or to start a course, give us a call. Give me a call, 408-320-8111. Again, 408-320-8111. You can also visit my website, get some information on the programs, or all the contact information is also on my website, rachnaradio.com, RACHNA, rachnaradio.com. Again, wanted to mention we also have our own brand of a lot of vitamins and protein powders and probiotics and Trifla. So I have my multivitamin. So all of these are from Rachna's Wellness brand. We have a protein powders. They come in 3 flavors of chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. And then we also have our probiotics, fantastic version of probiotics. And then we also have our all fruit and vegetable based multivitamins. And then I also have my vitamin D3 and vitamin K2 combination, vitamins which are, of course, the only way you should be taking vitamin D3 is combining with K2 if you want body to be absorbing it the right way. And then we also have the flour, and then a couple more things. If you're interested in buying any of these or ordering any of these, आप हमारी website through a little bit about. So we've talked about balancing. So something different I wanted to talk about is diabetes. So there's a misunderstanding, or there's a bunch of misunderstandings a lot of people have about diabetes. I wanted to talk about those. Okay. So I'm going to first of all list a lot of misunderstandings that Desi people have about the disease, which is diabetes. First of all, people think the first misunderstanding is that I don't eat sugar, so I don't think I'm ever going to get diabetes. I can never be diabetic because I just don't eat sugar. I'm not a sweet tooth person. I don't like it. This is not true. You know, all carbs finally get converted to sugar. So even if you don't eat sugar, of course, sugar is worse. But even if you don't eat sugar, but you do eat a lot of roti, chawal, carbs, especially processed carbs, that all carbs in general, but especially processed carbs even more. And of course, if you don't exercise, it puts you at a very high risk, at a very, very extremely high risk to be diabetic. The second misunderstanding a lot of people have, I am not fat. In fact, that's a very common one. And that I'm not fat, so I don't think I can get diabetes. मुझे कहाँ से हो सकती है? हम तो बहुत पतले से, हमें कहाँ से हो? तो मोटे लोगों को होती है. Again, absolutely not true. Keeping fat of the body, of course, does help, but thin people are also at a very high risk, if not equal, maybe a good 40 to 50% also high risk of getting the same disease. Okay. And another, and I'm going to say this is one of the worst misunderstandings that people have about diabetes, that many people think that only adults can become diabetic. बच्चे हैं, उनको तो चीनी जितनी खानी हो तो भी बच्चे हैं. This was true maybe a couple of decades ago, but not anymore. Kids as young as 10 years of age are starting to get this disease now. It is sad. I mean, इतनी चीनी, अब अपने अराउंड देखो कि आपके घर में कम से कम कितनी चीजें निकल आएंगी जिसमें कहीं ना कोई ना कोई एडेड शुगर है. जब हम बड़े हो रहे थे, हमारे घर में कितनी थी, इधर सब्जी बनती थी, दाल बनती थी, but how much of snacks, did we have always available to us? Not really. But now just kids have just too much stuff all around the house, school vending machines. It's just available to them anytime they want to eat something. So kids as young as 10 years of age, sad, are starting to get this disease. Of course, poor eating habits is one of the culprits. Being on technology and being on the phones and not moving too much is another culprit. So there are a lot of culprits here. Another misunderstanding that people have about diabetes is that gestational diabetes is only a temporary problem. What is gestational diabetes? This is the diabetes that women develop while they're pregnant. And उनको special diet पे डाला जाएगा, and sometimes they also have to take some insulin shots and stuff. And a lot of people think that the gestational diabetes, that means it's only during a gestation period. That means when you're pregnant, so it's not going to be something you'll be fine after you delivered. This is the diabetes that pregnant women, of course, develop. They think that it's going to go away once they have the baby. However, research now shows or fact is shown for a long time that women who develop gestational diabetes are at a higher risk of developing the disease, or quite a bit higher disease later in their life again. And that is why I tell you that when you are pregnant, you only need to increase your calories by some couple hundred, again, based on what stage of pregnancy you are in, but you do not need to eat for two. There's absolutely no reason for you to double your calories. There is absolutely no reason for you to stop exercising. Because that's, it's getting a lot common. I mean, I've seen so many, especially when women come to me with a post-pregnancy program. I've seen this very commonly happening that women had, gestational diabetes, while they were pregnant. So all I can say is that please get working out. Please don't stop your exercise. Again, I'm not going to recommend if you've never done any exercise and you're already 6 or 7 months pregnant, there's no reason to start now. But again, you definitely have to make sure that, you are a nice and a fit, you're having a nice and a fit pregnancy. If you are just learning, or you just about a month or something, or, you're going to be conceiving, or you're just going to be getting pregnant, in the next, you're trying, or you've just a month pregnant, please get on exercising. Have a nice and healthy pregnancy. There's no reason for you to double the calories and whatnot. So like I said, gestational diabetes is getting quite a bit common, and you want to definitely avoid it as much as you can, because like I said, it's not just an issue that's happening during pregnancy. It's something that's probably going to come back for a lot of the women. They always have a tendency to be diabetic later again. Okay. Let's see. And so that's what I want to talk about is that, and again, next misunderstanding is that people who already have this problem think that now they have it, it's going to be there for the rest of the life. That's another misunderstanding a lot of people have about diabetes. कि अब तो हो गई, अब तो हमेशा ही दवाई खानी पड़ेगी और इंसुलिन लेने के शॉट्स लेने पड़ेंगे. Now there's nothing I can do. The answer is absolutely no. It will get worse. It will get worse if you don't do anything, thinking that all I need to take is just a medication. Diabetes causes so many other problems in the body. On the other hand, like I mentioned about research above, it is completely reversible. It is, especially type 2 diabetes. बहुत लोगों में वापस reverse हो सकती है. How do you do it? You start exercising. I know you're going to keep thinking I keep it, but that's a solution for a lot of these things. And still, if all you do is every Wednesday listen to me, and then you just go and carry on your life, and then you come back and listen to me again next Wednesday, I don't know what the point is. So if you still haven't started exercising, you still haven't started to lose weight, if you're overweight, or in general have a fit and a healthy body, you don't have to be fat or heavy. You just have to be a healthy body. A lot of thin people don't have the strength at all. So you're going to be equally, maybe prone to having any of these diseases, which is diabetes also. And another misunderstanding that people have is that if you take one of the diabetes pills a day, your sugar is going to be controlled without any side effects. Think again. The side effects of taking these drugs are bad. And if you have an opportunity, that's what I keep telling. अगर आपके पास opportunity है उस दवाई को बंद करने की, side effects को खत्म करने की, why not? What is the opportunity again? Get exercising. Okay? Why would you not give up diet, the wrong kind of diet, and not start exercising when you know you can avoid that? So, okay, studio number again, 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. ये है studio number अभी call करने के लिए. आप सुन रहे हैं रचना को Rachna's Fitness Show पे. And if you're interested in getting in touch with me, get registered for one of our complete weight loss programs, you're welcome to give us a call, 408-320-8111. Again, 408-320-8111. And you can always connect with us through our Facebook page. Facebook page, go find Rachna Radio, Rachna, Rachna Radio. And I do also have a YouTube channel. So if you're interested in watching me, watching some of my videos, I should be posting more videos soon, actually enough. Hamara YouTube pe go find our channel called Rachna's Wellness. And of course, you'll find a lot of videos that I've been posting there. And subscribe to my channel. Like the videos, and of course, if there's something interesting that you would want to watch in terms of health or fitness, let me know. I'll be happy to make a video on that. Let's say you want to really figure out how to make this recipe healthy, or you really want to figure out something about, let's say, eating wise, or some kind of a recipe that you want to convert into a healthier recipe. We'll figure it out. I'll make a video for that. So give us ideas. But again, YouTube pe go find Rachna's Wellness and subscribe to my channel. That is another way to get in touch with us. But again, just give us a call. Give me a call. Phone number is 408-320-8111. Again, 408-320-8111. You can always connect us through my Facebook. जो हमने बोला था Facebook पे rachnaradio.com, Rachna Radio Facebook पर हमारा page है. And so again, July 9th is the starting date of a complete weight loss program called Just Abs. If you want to start sooner, there's absolutely no reason for you to wait. I mean, कितनी देर तक wait होगा? I mean, this is just getting too much, waiting. And next month, अगले महीने से करेंगे, अगले महीने से करेंगे, 6 महीने बाद करेंगे, इंडिया के ट्रिप के बाद करेंगे, बच्चे स्कूल जाएंगे, उसके बाद करेंगे. I don't get it. When you already could have lost 20 pounds by now, why are you delaying it? No reason. Okay, we're going to be moving to some callers here. We're going to be talking to Kalyan. Hi, Kalyan. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Rachna. I have a question about the A2 milk. You touched upon about this a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
The A2 milk.
Yes.
So I just want to know, what are the benefits of taking A2 milk? Is it a different protein, or
Yes.
because our elders say the Desi cow milk is better than Jersey cow milk? Is that true?
Right.
And sorry.
It's easier to
And my
digest
next
for a lot of
question is
people.
about ghee. Yeah.
Let's put it this way. It's easier to digest the A2 protein. And that's where it is. And that's what the cows are called. A2 cows or A1 cows, because the difference is that either they create A2 protein or A1 protein. So a lot of the cows back in our India and those countries are A2 cows because they have a protein in the milk which is A2 protein, but all the cows which are in this area are A1 cows, which is the A1 protein. So A1 protein is in general harder to digest for a lot of people, and it's also, since it's so common, so A1 protein is more mass produced. So mostly all the milks that you'll find in this country are going to be A1 milk, unless you specifically low, which of course nowadays is getting pretty easy to find A2 milk in all the grocery stores. But again, like I said, anything that's mass produced is always going to be more full of either pesticides or extra stuff, but anything, that's another benefit, I put it this way. First of all, yes, first benefit is that A2 milk is easily digestible because A2 protein is easily digestible for a lot of people. A lot of people have bloating issues and they keep thinking they're lactose intolerant. It's not lactose intolerant many times. It's just the protein. They cannot digest the protein in the milk that's found in the milks here in this country. So that's pretty much it for many of the people, as opposed to thinking they're lactose intolerant and pretty much stopping milk for the rest of the life. So that's not required. So that's the first. And the second benefit, like I said, since A2 is not at all yet mass produced. So that means you definitely get the benefits of a small local farmer making A2 milk, as opposed to coming from big, huge companies that have been doing, business for many, many years. So that means it's less pesticides, smaller scale, coming from a local distance. So that's another benefit of getting A2 milk too. But yeah, does that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for that. I have another question about the ghee.
Sure. Go ahead.
They are mixed. Like, so many people say it's good to have ghee, or some people say it's bad to have ghee. So, what do you suggest about that?
Ghee. It is a very
yeah.
good fat. Yes, of course, it's a very good fat. And that's something I've always been telling people, is that do not run away from fat. If you're running away from fat and you keep making your foods in all fat-free stuff, you get, and I'm just going to kind of, go a little bit off your question and tell you that there's nothing that fat-free milk. I mean, you should not be drinking fat-free milk. There's no way it's going to make you lose weight. It's not healthy for you. That fat-free milk, I don't know, pata nahi kyun invent hua, it should not be there. So having said that, fat is good for you. But again, having said that, yes, fat should be in control. You can't be just eating a lot of fat and expecting that you're going to be losing weight, because fat is still fat. But again, I would say at least about 30% of your diet on a daily basis, or maybe 35%, should be coming from fat. Okay, so that means every meal should have good fat in it. That means it cannot be only fat. You cannot just only deep fry stuff and eat it. That's not going to do it. But again, it has to have good fat. And that's the reason when I say, let's say that 30 to 35% of every meal coming from fat, let's make it good fat, which means desi ghee kind of fat, organic desi ghee, coconut oil. All these fats are good for the body. They actually increase body's metabolism. They create heat in the body, so your body actually starts to burn more calories. So yes, desi ghee is good for you, as long as you're again still controlling that 30 to 40% of daily fat intake. Okay, so that means I would not recommend taking 3 spoons in every meal. That's probably 10 spoons a day, and that's a little bit too much. But having a spoon with a dinner and lunch is perfectly fine, because that is definitely going to increase heat in the body, increase metabolism, and it's very good for you. But again, make sure the desi ghee is either you're making it at home from organic milk, or you're getting from outside, which is again organic desi ghee, because a lot of these desi ghee jo mostly desi store mein milte hai, they're just from the regular cows full of hormones and pesticides and whatnot. So not those, but good organic desi ghee is very good for you.
Okay. Thank you very much, doctor. Thanks.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for calling. Again, studio number 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. ये स्टूडियो का नंबर अभी कॉल करने के लिए क्वेश्चन अबाउट योर एक्सरसाइज, न्यूट्रिशन, हेल्थ, वेट लॉस, खाने से कोई रिलेटेड, ईटिंग्स रिलेटेड, क्या खाना चाहिए, नहीं खाना चाहिए, कैसे खाना चाहिए, और जस्ट वेट लॉस इन जनरल, आई बी हैप्पी टू टेक योर कॉल. हमारा स्टूडियो का नंबर अभी कॉल करने के लिए 408-912-5565. Again, आप सुन रहे हैं रचना को रचना's fitness show पे. All I can say is that if you are interested in looking healthy, feeling healthy, losing weight, people start complimenting you, I will be happy to get you there. And I cannot emphasize this enough. I've never had a success story, or I've never had a story that's not been a success story. So if at my place, if you are looking to make your own success story, and let's say you want to, you want to be complimented, you want to go back to India in 6 months and people say, wow, you look nice. It's an amazing feeling. I'll be happy to get you there. Give me a call. We do have complete weight loss programs starting. You can start soon enough, as of the next 1 or 2 days, or if you want to start on the July 9th batch, that's perfectly fine too. So we have different batches that either are ongoing, and then there are a lot of batches that also start on specific dates. So again, the basic is, or the start would be just to give me a call and we'll take it from there. My phone number to get in touch with me about a complete weight loss program, or how the programs work in my center, or just in general information about what we do and how do we do that and what works for you. Talk about your goals. Give me a call, 408-320-8111, 408-320-8111. Or you can always contact me through my website, rachnaradio.com, or you can just Google Rachna's Wellness Center, RWC, and it also comes up that way. We're going to be moving on to the next caller, Sanjay. Hi, Sanjay. How are you?
Hi. I actually, my question to you is simple. Do you have any advice for people who have sleep apnea and who have low energy throughout the day?
Like I said, that's a different issue. I'm not low energy is a different thing. Sleep apnea is probably going to be the reason you're having low energy, because you have sleep apnea. That means the person wasn't able to sleep nice. But again, like I said, I'm not a doctor in that direction, so I really can't advise you why you're having sleep apnea. But yes, it probably happens many times through stress, but it's a cycle, if I can say, is that a lot of people are stressed out in the day. That means they just don't have good sleep at night. And when they don't have good sleep at night, they're going to be further stressed out in the next day. And that means they're going to feel low energy. So it is a cycle. But is that something you're calling for yourself?
No, I'm actually calling for my son, right? And basically, I was not looking for the medical advice. I was more looking in terms of if you've seen any research on, from a nutrition side, right? What kind of
How old is your son?
17.
He's 17. Is this something that he's been having from a longer time, or he just started, or you've just seen it now?
Well, he's been having this initially it was obstructive sleep apnea. But bottom line was that he doesn't sleep well at night, and because of that, he's not focused during the day. And either he's hyperactive or he has low energy, right? So and again, the CPAP thing doesn't work, right? It just is difficult to get used to. And again, that's more around the medical side. But I was thinking in terms of, if I can get him to do some daily changes, because his hemoglobin A1C also is coming higher. And that could be because of lack of sleep, right? So I just was thinking if you had some nutritional advice, or you've seen some research.
I would.
So
I'll probably, is he fit and active all throughout the day? You said he's super, or at least hyperactive. Yeah. So what does that mean? Is he fit and active? Is he... or I'm going to just put it simply out there. I mean, he's probably in 12th high school now, or finished or graduated?
Yeah, no, he's in 11th grade right now, so and he is at. I think where I see is that he has he has focus issues, right, because of lack of sleep, and also I see that he's not as I feel like sometimes he's. Like when he's sitting there, he's just low energy. I think this hypersensitivity is because of the fact that he doesn't get sleep, so he just has to move, kind of, right?
Okay. Is he stressed at school?
Yeah, he goes to school, yes.
Is he having a stressful time in school because of studies?
Yes, I think so, but it's not all that. I don't think that is cause of his sleep thing, because sleeping has been there forever, actually.
Is he overweight? Is he overweight?
He is slightly overweight, yes.
What kind of physical sports or physical fitness has he done in the last 2 or 3 years?
So he goes to taekwondo. He goes to swimming also. But because of allergies, this bad allergy season recently, right, we've had to stop that for the past 2 months.
So has the symptom, the ones that you're mentioning that he can't sleep, have they gotten worse or better in the last 2 months? If you would look back, because I'm trying to see
Well,
maybe he's
from a
overworking
sleep
out,
perspective,
or maybe he wants that. So what have the symptoms gone better or worse?
no, it's the same, frankly speaking. So it's not that it has gone worse, right? But I just was thinking from an overall perspective, right? What should I be focusing on, right, for him
One
from a
one
nutrition
course you'll be
perspective?
focusing on, make sure that he's getting good protein in his diet. I'm not going to overdo on protein. I don't believe in overdoing. So I would say if you guys, especially if he doesn't eat meat and stuff. I mean, I don't know even if you eat, how much would he eat? But typically he should be getting at least whatever his weight is in kgs. So whatever is in pounds, you can convert into kgs, and that's the amount of protein I would definitely advise him to take per day, and that could be either coming from eggs and or coming from, of course, a protein powder, but some kind of a protein or sprouts. But he needs to be having a yogurt, but that kind of protein he should be intaking in a day. So that's one of the reasons a lot of kids would be just drained out, because yes, they're being stressed out with everything that's happening, but the body is just not able to recover because they're not getting enough nutrients to the diet. So I would definitely suggest a good amount of protein in the diet. This next thing I'll probably suggest is coconut oil. I've seen a fantastic wonders. Coconut oil it just rejuvenates the brain. It just starts making new brain cells. I mean, it's just done amazing wonders on a lot of people. Um, I know a lot of kids are going to be picky. You're going to tell him to maybe take coconut oil a spoon in the morning. He might say no because the taste isn't good. But if he does, that's well and good. But if he does not, you can very easily buy organic virgin coconut oil capsules from any of the stores. So you can just take them, and it's just coconut oil filled in a capsule, so you wouldn't know he's taking coconut oil. So I'll definitely suggest starting coconut oil intake for him. And yeah, like I said, either just eat it. Again, the goal is to get raw coconut oil. So cooking, of course, is good, but that won't give him the same benefit. So, so take coconut oil either this way or start taking capsules and see how it goes. But like I said, nutritional deficiency is probably one of the reasons why he's having all of these things. Again, emotional stress is that. I'll probably say get him. If he's overweight, try to get on making him losing maybe 5-10 pounds, but don't stress him for that, because it seems like he's already stressed out. It shouldn't seem like a stress to him that he has to lose weight. It should be more of a thing that just happened. So maybe you can start doing something with him together. So you guys maybe bond together, do something together. But like I said, start coconut oil for sure, and see how that goes, and also up his protein, and if he's not taking that much protein per day.
And for his hemoglobin A1C coming higher, right? His diet actually includes a lot of chicken. But like any American diet at school, right, he also eats burgers and, some of those stuff which is not good for him.
Yeah, they're not. I would say, like I said, everything is a give and take. I would say let's try a month of taking these things out. And that's how you figure it out what the issue is. Let's try a month about taking all these things out of his diet and see if he feels any better. So if he eats burgers and stuff and maybe something is just not hitting right in his body. So get him on a good, healthy fruit and vegetable diet, some extra protein, coconut oil, and see if anything changes. I know I'm just about a minute or two remaining about the show, but I'll be happy if you want to have more questions. You can definitely call me off air. Sorry for that, but I will have to wrap up this call. But give me a call later if you have more questions. All I can say is that. But definitely suggested that. So again, we're just about getting towards the end of the show. I'm sorry I wouldn't be able to take any more calls today. Okay, so आप सुन रहे हैं रचना को Rachna's Fitness Show. If you're interested in a complete weight loss program, I do have a lot of programs for teenager kids too. So if you're looking for a teenager to get fit, start exercising, just feel good about themselves without being exercise forced upon them. Kids already are stressed out. There's no reason you want to force exercise on them, but you want to make it as a habit for them. You want to make them that start enjoying the process. And it might take a little while for some people, but that's okay. For some kids, they start at an early age, they're going to be like that later age. I mean, so make them fit, make them exercising. I do have a lot of programs for younger kids. So again, If you're interested in it for complete weight loss programs, healthy programs, fitness programs, Desi nutritional counseling, personalized Desi meal plans, you're definitely welcome to give me a call. We have a complete weight loss program. One of them is starting on July 9th. If you wanted to start sooner, you could always welcome to give me a call. I'll be happy to enroll you or maybe create a specific personalized program for you sooner too. So I do have a lot of personalized programs that are created specifically based upon your goals, your schedule, what you're looking to achieve, what your time frame is, when do you have time available, either from home attending a session or coming down. Whatever that schedule is, I will create a program personally for you so that you get to your goals. Okay, so again, complete weight loss programs, to give us a call. Phone number is 408-320-8111, 408-320-8111. Website is rachnaradio.com, RACHNA, rachnaradio.com. Or you can always connect me with me through my Facebook page. Facebook पे अगर आप हैं, go find Rachna Radio, RACHNA, Rachna Radio. Please also subscribe to my YouTube channel. YouTube पे go find Rachna's Wellness and RACHNA, Rachna's Wellness, and subscribe to my channel and watch the videos. And of course, I keep posting a lot of more videos soon. So again, to get in touch with me, to get registered for a complete weight loss program, or just to come and talk to me, have an appointment, 408-320-8111, 408-320-8111. I'll be again here next Wednesday. Till then, keep fit and keep working out.